Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're doing a rematch today, and we're gonna just get in and try to get out here. I'm a little bit distracted. Yeah, so I left off talking about the do, if I'm not mistaken. I really enjoyed the do. He is by far the best unit on the banner, albeit still not that great because I don't think he has a weapon that will equip him to survive in the long haul. In terms of just, I don't see him being still viable 6 months from now. Most rearmed, I can't even think of a rearmed unit that's still meta right now. I guess Lucina, because of the swap and the treachery. But outside of that, what rearmed unit is still top tier? None really comes to mind immediately. I guess Nell is good. Nell, because she just came out, but I guess rearmed Lilina as well because of the AoE damage is pretty nice, and the gifted magic, but that's not that long of a list. So yeah, I can't imagine Dedu will be very good 4 months from now even. But currently I think he is really fun to use. I've been just doing some auto battles with him and Igrin, duo Igrin, and man, he gets across the map, bro. He is he knows how to move that to do, even though he's an armored unit. I really appreciate it. Oh, Black Knights. Hopefully they give us some Black Knight content with that, because that was the only thing. He had the warp powder in his beast skill, if I'm not mistaken, or was it just warp bubble, or was it Zelgis that had the warp powder? I forget which, but man, that's the one thing that would be missing from a Black Knight ult, or even a Zelgis, whichever one. But that would be really dope, to have him be able to warp in, and that would be canon. That would be really nice. But yeah, Dudu, really fun with that warp mechanic. I like it a lot, man. I really do like it. It adds a level of protection for these frail, ranged, these glass cannons. It adds a level of protection for them that they just did not have prior. And it's really beneficial to pair him up with someone like Scythia, Igrin, which is what I've done, because she does the AoE stuff that she kind of needs near and far save, since she doesn't have the bulk, because a lot of times she's running Verge of Death. So her defenses are obliterated zeros a lot of the time. So she definitely needs that support. Ursula, I've been using him with Ursula as well, because she's a cav, so she gets even further across the map. So it's really fun, just pairing him with these glass cannons and seeing how, how he can zoom, watch him fly. It's really fun. And then he goes across, punches someone in the face, and that's to do for you. Really, really nice unit. I particularly enjoy the Fortune Bonds. Love the fact that they got Sharena in there, and it's not Fjorm. it's Sharena. I did not enjoy Ratatoskr being there. I'm we'll get rid of her. But I liked that Sharena was in there, and I love the how she met them, and her trying to run away, Alir trying to murder her with the sword. That was all really cute. Some of the storylines, like Gonzalez helping Alir, just bringing her to random people, and her asking them for the emblem rings, and them just what are you talking about? You crazy person. That was really cool. And then who else? The other, I didn't really read the story of the other Alir. He was just kind of going around. Oh yeah, that one wasn't as great. And then Lena, that was an interesting story as well. Why heal these people and they're just going to go out and do the same shit again. That was pretty cool. Overall, I really like this Fortune Bond. It was nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Summoner Duels is really the best place to use him. I don't even know if I'm going to use him for offense in light season. I don't know, man. I don't know. right now. But the thing is, I'm not even like really playing Summoner Duels because it's so toxic.
I can do it.
So, I'm not. So it's like I have no game modes. I have no motivation to really use this to do. Even though he's fun, I have no motivation to use him because the game modes that I would use him in are really toxic. Even like, you'd have to plus 10 him to use him in arena, and I'm not gonna do that. So, but yeah, really good, really fun unit. Hopefully we soon-ish. Maybe not too soon, but I don't see why not. Just give us someone else, another armored unit. You're giving them out like candy at this point. That can do the same thing, but has a weapon that will stick around a little bit longer. Aleer, really, I think maybe Near Saving is going to be her poison of choice. As a Far Savior, she gets blown up way too much, too easily. And then also the distant counter versus Hardy Bearing thing. She can't really run the DC in her A skill. Because that A skill is actually really good. I wouldn't swap that out for distant counter. Unless you're going to go like Prime, maybe you could do that. I've kind of messed up a bunch here, but we're just going to go with it. I've made a ton of mistakes here, and yeah, we're just going to go with it. I didn't realize he only needed 2 units to get the Vantage off. That's unfortunate. We can only take Bremelon here. Lucina was failing to take out baby Tiki. Little Tiki. That wasn't happening. So let's back out here and take Tiki and we can get Marth. Yeah, we're gonna take Marth since he has the Warp Celica ring. That could be a problem. And then get out of here. Hopefully this works out. She had the Sigurd. I didn't notice that she had the Sigurd ring. We don't get any pots. It's fine. This season is chalked. We're not hitting rank 1 in this Chaos season. It's okay. I already missed a kill yesterday with Marth, so it's okay, I guess. GG's. See you in the next one. Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on Lamp today, and yeah, we're gonna go with the team that has been the most consistent thus far, or rather the easiest to use. This is actually a really easy team to use. A lot of actions to try to compensate for mistakes that you potentially make, but a lot of firepower, and that's one of the things I like about it. Or, of course, I would like that about it. The main thing that basically stops this team is Hardy Bearing. If there's a Hardy Bearing Neathauger, I pretty much can't use this team because all of the units here just don't do very well into Hardy Bearing. I was trying to think of ways to solve that problem, and primarily the only solution I came up with was Windsweep on Yunaka to, just avoid having to deal with that. But then also I kind of have Yunaka here for the disarm trap, which I thoroughly enjoy, so doesn't seem worth it. Potentially I tried to make another team to deal with that, but then I ended up just not doing it. So there aren't that many units that utilize Windsweep very well, so I don't know. I was thinking of doing something like a Miracle Comp. Alm is probably the main one that comes to mind, but he kind of needs those 4 hits, and I don't know how to do that without bringing Marissa, or, well, I mean, you have to either bring Marissa or some type of catch for your combination, and I didn't really want to do that, so yeah, not really. It limits me in terms of team building. That's already 2 slots gone in terms of action economy. Then I also have to bring the bonus unit, who more than likely be Crom, and then I need a Dancer, I guess, and then Plumeria, and then one other unit to kind of round the team out. Who would that be? Traps, of course, more than likely would probably be Yunaka, or maybe even Lucina. I don't know. A few options there. It's not that many. It's not a great. When I think about what that team is, it doesn't have the greatest synergy because Alm is only 1 action. Marissa can maybe Gale Force depending on the situation if she's able to get the hits off. And then also you kind of don't want to do that with her. Her firepower is really in having a special that does damage. She doesn't do as much damage as Camilla. So you really wouldn't depend on Marissa for that. She kind of dies easy. So that's 2 actions between Marissa and Alm. And then the Dancer Plumera would be where you get most of your action economy from. 2 actions there, potentially with the dual button. And then, let's say, Yunaka, 1 action. And then the bonus unit, 1 action. So that's 5 actions to take out. Well, is that 5? 6 actions to take out 6 units. Not a lot of room for errors there, and you'd really be depending on having the fence to kind of give you a turn to, make stuff happen. But I don't really want to play like that, so yeah, can't really use that team. That doesn't really fit my. That doesn't give me everything that I would need. I would probably need to swap someone out to be a little bit more like a frontliner in the event that something went wrong. So it would mean maybe dropping for, let's say, a Tiki, and I'm not very confident in Tiki. So team building aside, we did run into early stumbles here with the magic trap stopping Yunaka because I don't have her summoner supported, which I probably should do, but also don't want to do. Exactly 50. So summoner support would only be 5. I'd have to figure out a way to get the extra 1, either through
what now?
Probably HP boon, which I don't want to do either. So not gonna do it. Just gonna have to deal with it for now until I get some type of better option, alternative option. I feel like this is the only season where the hex trap actually works. Every other season it really doesn't matter because it's so easy to meet the HP threshold amount with just mythic buffs and stuff. So yeah. Everything worked out in the end. Kind of wanted to leave either Tiki or Fallen Marnie for last, so that Trump would take out one of them, and that's exactly what happened. Nothing really went too much out of the ordinary here. Man, it is pouring rain outside. It's so much rain, but like when you can hear it, this just beating your roof down, it's insane. Anyways, what did I wanted to bring up? No rank 1 this week. Can't make it because I missed the 2 pot. Well, I mean, the pot's not really the problem. I missed the bonus skill. I could have maybe finangled an extra match in there to get it to work. And then also, I lost 40 lift on defense. So, not much you can do about that. So, yeah, he didn't surrender. So, that is what it is. I don't know. Why did I spoil that? I don't know. It seems kind of early. But this one's done. We're going to play one more. GD's. Let's load the next matchup. Okay, here we go. R and K, and I don't know how to approach this one. Remember I said Hardy Baron is essentially a hard counter to all of my teams this season because, that's just how the season is set up to go. I don't know, maybe I'll scrap this Marth team. It's not the greatest. It's really here because I wanted to have Edelgard, the team with Valentine's Edelgard, but then also when I run into situations like this, it's kind of like an auto loss. I don't even have the greatest. My plan here is to see if Marth can handle it, but I don't have a lot of faith in him because I don't like the speed thing that I mentioned earlier. This team isn't built for that. It's good that Hathern is here for the Sigurd matchup. Hopefully I can see how that goes, because the other team that I built for Speed Marth, Speed Racer Marth, does not have Hathern there. And Marth probably wouldn't have been able to take out Sigurd in the 2 hits. I don't know. It seems implausible. Just based off Sigurd's damage reduction, and Sigurd would more than likely be able to do 1 damage and wrap that matchup up. Pretty straightforward. We're gonna see if we can get this to work. And then also, I don't have anything else that could potentially tank this. Sita doesn't do well into Camilla, of course. And then also she loses to Erica every now and then, and that team is also not built for speed. I really would have needed to get Sedith in there, which is kind of weird. I was saying that I really need some type of comparison between Marth and Sedith, and it's kind of looking like, in terms of support, Sedith is coming out on top. I don't know if I'm wrong, but it feels like Sedith is coming out on top. Or maybe the meta is just so fast that you need to combine both of them, which that's not really what I want to do. I kind of want to swap out one for the other. And it's kind of feeling like, in terms of just in-combat stats, you get more out of Sedith. The status effects are nice. The bonus doubler, the panic, no panic, and that's all cute. But in terms of just in-combat stat swings, Sedith is kind of leading the pack still.
Don't be seen.
Maybe I've been thinking maybe I should go back on that banner and see if I can get another copy of Marth just for the merge. And then one more to potentially fodder to Sedith, but I don't think I'll be able to get that lucky. So I'm just going to hold off and, if he ever comes back, which I doubt completely, I don't think he'll ever be back. But yeah, let's see how this goes. I don't have a ton of other options here. Also, I can't go back too far because if I back up, then Camilla will do a positional and then she'll attack wherever she wants. This is probably a near save matchup, come to think of it. I should have brought a near save team. Yeah, that would have been the solution here. I'm probably gonna scrap this team and build a near save team. Well, I mean, there's only one day left, so does it really matter? Yeah, it kind of doesn't matter. But hindsight, I should have brought a near save team to deal with this type of situation. Doesn't need to have far save since, as you can see, there's no range units here. It's all melee. So probably should have just brought a near save team this season. Probably this would have been a good opportunity to test out to do, but it is what it is. I'm trying to figure out. I don't want to step back because I know that Camilla is going to reposition and do the thing, but then I also kind of not Marth. Is this 3 spaces or 3 by 3? 3 rows, 3 columns. So I guess it should work. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think it should work. 3 rows, 3 columns. 3 units, I think. Okay. All right. Let's see if this works out. I don't have anything else that I could do here. Yeah, don't have any additional plans here. You know what I'm always surprised about? Every time Emblem Lyn takes out New Year's Neathogger, it always surprises me because Neathogger just has so much bulk that it just doesn't. Yeah, Martha's getting outsped. He's dead. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to take her out, I don't think. I think it's the Hathrune, the Divine Nectar. Yeah, 27. Yeah, he's completely getting outsped here. 2 hits. Well, at least he didn't get one shot, but yeah. The Divine Nectar plus the terrain, just too much. Oh, yep, there is Camilla doing the thing. Yep, yeah, I expected as much. I don't think this was Gale Force though. I think this was just her default special. Gale Force would have gotten you another kill. But it doesn't matter. I'm already out. This is no good for me. GG's, man, you got me. Let's play another one. Alright. Yeah, this one we're gonna use the same team just because I want to see that Sigurd versus Marth matchup to see how that actually works. Who actually comes out on top there. So we're gonna do that, and yeah, let's let that happen. No real threats here otherwise, so it should be fine. I got oh yes, I've been wanting to mention this. I finished You season 5 over the weekend on Netflix, and yeah, I got into it on season 3 or season 4 rather. I binge watched the whole thing, and it was very captivating. I really enjoyed Penn, main character. What's his name?
Know that I'm grateful.
How am I? Yeah, I've forgotten his name of the name of the main character. I've forgotten, but it was so very intriguing to watch him just ups and downs, mental breaks, psychotic breaks, the people that he killed and trying to rationalize why he killed them. It was very okay, very good, Marth. Good job. At least now I know that he can do that. But yeah, very interesting to see how the main character in You was able to just put it all together throughout those 4 seasons. I was really interested to see how they would wrap the whole thing up. And then fast forward now to season 5, and I don't know, man. I have feelings about it. I'm not gonna spoil it. I don't know.
I see your plan.
I mean, serial killers only end up one of 2 ways, 1 of 3 ways: dead in jail, or they get away with it. Well, I guess they all die. Everyone dies in the end, so dead or in jail. Serial killers. There are only 2 ways out: dead or in jail. And one of those 2 things happened, and that's not necessarily the thing that I was like bummed about. I just have feelings about that I wasn't able to fully process. I watched like a hour and 30-minute YouTube analysis of the season, and she kind of broke down. It was I forget what the YouTuber was called. She was a small YouTuber, like 1,000 subscribers, and she really delved deep into the entire season, each of the 10 episodes, and I don't know, I left it feeling kind of unsatisfied, not with how it ended, but also that played a part into it as well. But that wasn't it. The way that it happened, he essentially got tricked by one of the girls that he was in love with, and she was basically just playing him the entire time, and it felt stupid. Like just going back, looking at all the seasons and how intelligent he came across or tried to be throughout each of the seasons, and then to get his comeuppance by someone that he essentially thought that he loved, but she didn't really love him, or he loved her, but she was kind of playing him all along to get to the end goal of killing him or getting him in jail. And to see him get tricked like that was really anticlimactic. I was really rooting for Kate to be the one to bring him down, and there was a whole part where she was potentially able to do that, but they retconned it and decided not to go in that direction, which I thought was just not the best choice. I felt like where they wrapped it up with the Kate arc would have been the best outcome, but they decided to not do that and give him a little bit more screen time. I feel like they just had an episode quota to fill, and they just decided to do that. Barring, though, they probably could have filled the quota by just focusing more on him versus Kate if they wanted to go that route. Although I did feel like him and Kate were the perfect match, and I thought it would have been someone from his past that would have, eventually like caught back up with him, and he would have gotten his comeuppance that way. But I guess it kind of mirrors real life in a sense, where that's not usually what happens. It's usually some police work, someone makes a break, DNA evidence or something like that, and they're able to pin something to the killer. That's usually how those serial things go, or they make a mistake and fail to actually kill one of the victims, and the victim talks. That's usually what happens, but which would have worked in this situation, because there was the one girl that got away, at least 2 of them that got away, where you could have potentially seen that being a way for him to lose that way. But I did not like what they did with it. I understand what they did with it after watching the analysis and watching their own analysis with the main character. He did his own breakdown of just acting and going through each of the scenes and stuff like that. Quick breakdown, wasn't very long, so I understand why they went that direction with it. But
Time to finish the job.
I don't know, man. I probably wouldn't have went that choice if I was the writer, which I feel like I should become a writer at some point, because I really do enjoy literature, or stories to be more specific. but nothing's really original. I'd have to come up with a whole idea and then, you know, make it interesting. But yeah, writing stories to that caliber, usually it's collaborative. So, you know, there's that as well. But just my thoughts.